everyone, I'm Mine, and this is set number 71410, Character Pack Series 5 from the LEGO Super Mario theme. This is a blind box character series, in which each individual box retails for $5.99, and you have a random chance of getting one of the 8 characters you see on screen right now. This series is not officially released until August 1st, 2022, but it was sent to me early by the LEGO Group through the LEGO Ambassador Network, but all opinions expressed in this video are my own. Oh, and before I get started, I do also want to mention that this is only going to be a review of the figures. If you want to see where the figures are located in the box so that you can get these guys for yourself, I did a full unboxing of these guys, which includes that in the video, so go click the card in the top right corner if you're interested in seeing that. But with all that being said, let's get on to the review. So there was 2 major changes with this character pack series compared to previous ones. The first is that they now come in mystery boxes instead of mystery bags, and the second is that their prices increased ever so slightly. They've gone from $5 to $6. Now, boxes instead of bags is something I really don't like, and I'll talk about that more at the end of the video. However, the $5 to $6 price increase worried me because I'm like, okay, they're charging us even more for the same thing. But now that I have them in hand, I have to say, the price increase, in my opinion, was justified, because in terms of what you get in the packs, these feel like a lot more substantial than the $5 characters. For one, all the characters are a lot bigger than what you tend to get from the $5 characters. There's a lot more pieces put into most of them, and then the bases themselves are bigger. I feel like they'd be really incorporated into the courses a lot better. Like with the old character packs, you could take that character off and put them into your course, but this feels like it's a straight up platform that you can have Mario or Luigi or Peach go to. So I think if you're a big fan of the course builder system, these ones are great to pick up, because you could just plop them down in your courses as is, and they don't feel crowded or anything. I really love that. Anyway, yeah, let's start with this first character right here, Nabbit. I think Nabbit is a pretty good one. Another really cool thing about this series is it's half allies and half enemies, while all previous series have only been enemies. So Nabbit here is one of the allies. He's got all new printed parts for the scarf around his face, his eyes, and then there's a mushroom logo on his bag. I think the shape and everything was captured perfectly. I really like how he has his bag behind his back. That's a really cool building technique. And then obviously you can see there's the barcode on his back. Now if you're wondering what the interaction with this guy is, if you have a character stand on that code, it's essentially the same thing as a question block that you get in other sets. However, it's reskinned to be about Nabbit, and you get a different random item every time you go. See, that time I just got 1 coin while Peach got 5 coins. But let's see what Mario gets. Okay, Mario got a superstar. So yeah, essentially the same thing as a question mark block. So yeah, off to a strong start in terms of the characters. I really like this one. And then in terms of his base, I mean, it's far from my favorite one in the series. It's just sort of normal, just forest terrain. But it does look good. I like the little mushroom and then the brick platform he's standing on. Yeah, it fits him well, just nothing too much to say about it. Then next we have Purple Toad, who is another ally character. And he's just a recolor of the other Toads I've gotten in other sets. He's our 4th color for Toad. We also have red, yellow, and blue in other sets. It's great to get more colors for Toad, and it's cool to see him in such a wide release set, because previously most of the Toads have been exclusive to very expensive sets. He's got an all new face print this time around too, where he's smiling and winking. But other than that, he is just a recolor, but I think he looks really good, and it's great to get more colors for him. But his terrain, I do have to say, is once again very boring. Probably the worst terrain piece in the series. And again, not bad by any means. I like the little bushes and everything, but I don't know, some of them feel a lot more thought out than this one. And of course, you have a character interact with him. They just say hi and you get a few coins. Pretty similar to the interaction tiles for all the other Toads in previous sets, but I mean, yeah, what else is it gonna be? So yeah, I do really like this guy and that he's included. He's great for collectors, but personally I just don't have a ton to say about him. Next we have Waddlewing, which I think is one of the best characters in this series. Right off the bat, the base is super unique. It's the whole cloud top aesthetic that they have in a few sets, such as the big spike set from this wave. But you can see you have these new plant pieces that grow up to this cloud up here. And then Waddlewing himself sits in a cloud at the very top. He's like this flying squirrel and he's super adorable. I love his little arms with the wings that come down. And then if you turn him around, he's got this tail that comes out the back, and this is where the barcode is. And if you have a character stand on it, you get a single coin. So yeah, in terms of gameplay, he is just generic low-tier enemy. But I think the base is really unique and the whole character design's adorable. There's a quick look at the base without him on it, and there he is separated from it. Yeah, once again, very solid. We're 3 for 3 so far. Next, we have Red Yoshi, who, just like Purple Toad, is another recolor. However, I feel like this recolor is a lot more substantial than the Purple Toad recolor. There's just a lot more parts that go into the Yoshi builds. Yoshi is also a very popular character, just like Toad, so I'm sure a lot of people are happy to get another version of him. Me included, I'm happy we now have a 4th official color for Yoshi. The design of his build, though, is pretty much the same as the other Yoshis. The only difference is the bottom of his belly is now made of 1 part instead of 2, just because that's a new part that was introduced. but he fits in perfectly with like pink Yoshi, yellow Yoshi, and green Yoshi. Kind of interesting how he still uses the red secondary color even though he himself is red, so he feels a lot more monocolor than the other Yoshis, but it still works for what he is. And then he's standing on Desert Terrain, which I feel like Desert Terrain is something we don't get too often in LEGO Mario. Like, there's definitely been a few sets, but not nearly enough, especially because, like, yellow is one of the colors that the characters recognize. So that's very cool to see. I really love the little cactus build in the back, and then the smaller one in the front. And then in terms of actual gameplay, if you stand on the barcode at the front, a little red Yoshi will appear on the character's screen, and then if you're fighting an enemy, instead of stomping on them, Yoshi will actually eat them instead, and you'll get bonus coins. There's a look at the base with the Yoshi removed. And there's Yoshi himself, very solid character. Next in the series we have Blue Shy Guy, who is yet another recolor. Now he's definitely the least interesting recolor because he's the only one you probably could have made with your own parts, because the Shy Guy mask is the same as the red one. It's just the body's built with different colored parts. Still though, he's another character from Mario that has like multiple colors, so it's great to get another color for him finally. And I think the magenta feet at least might be new. I really like how the Shy Guys have little arms at the side that hang down loose. Those are very fun just to spin around and everything. And his terrain piece is really good. It's a part of the Poison Swamp, but I really like these printed log pieces that it comes with. And then like the little wooden bridge that he's standing on is super cute as well. Again, I feel like this could incorporate really well into your own custom courses. And you can see it's got a barcode on his back, which if you stomp on it, you get a single coin. There's a look at the base with Shy Guy removed, and here's a close look at him separate from the base. Next we have Hammer Bro, and one thing I really like about this guy is Boomerang Bro comes in another set this wave, and the two of them are built pretty much identical, just with their colors swapped, so I think it's really cool that there's ways to get both of them this wave. The Hammer build's really nice, I love how that looks. Like, very simple parts, but I don't know, it's really effective. You can move his little arms up and down. And then in terms of his base, it's like this Bowser's Castle aesthetic with some stone platforms over top of lava. I really like the huge fire piece that it comes with and everything. Yeah, I feel like these bigger platforms allow for like really in-depth bases. Like, we got some cool bases in previous character pack series, but I definitely felt like they were trying to cram as much as they could into a small space. This feels like there's enough time to put enough detail, and I think it makes these guys look a lot better in the long term. There's a look at the base with Hammer Bro removed, and here's Hammer Bro up a little bit closer. You can see he's got like that green helmet design, green shell at the back. And if you stomp on him, it actually takes a couple hits to defeat as if you're fighting like a boss enemy. So I guess he's a slightly more interesting character to incorporate into your courses, because he's slightly more time consuming to defeat. Next we have Baby Yoshi, who is definitely my favorite character in this series. He looks so dumb in the best way possible. It's a really good translation of the actual character from the games, but man is he just so cute. Like, his face is adorable, but also so goofy and so funny. Genuinely just peak character design right here. He could not be any better. Or actually, he could be better. My one criticism is I wish they did green Yoshi first instead of yellow Yoshi. So they're going to start the baby versions. I'd rather they start with the most iconic version. But maybe we'll get green baby Yoshi in the future. I definitely hope we get more of these guys, though, because, I mean, look at him. Look at him. The terrain build here is pretty good, too. I like the little bridge. And the printed lily pad piece especially is pretty nice. There's a cloud in the back, too. It feels very well thought out. Yoshi himself doesn't have any shell or anything, because he is a baby. And if you stand on the barcode at the front, you can see a little image of Yoshi pops up, you get a few coins, and then he retracts away. So he doesn't stay with you like the other Yoshis because he is a baby. But I like that he still appears on the screen because, wow, look at him. He's just so cute. That's so fun. I love that so much. There's a look at the base with Baby Yoshi removed, and there's the character up a little bit closer. That's just such a perfect LEGO build. Wow. I love this so much. And then the final character in the set, we have Magikoopa. Probably my least favorite character overall in this series, but even still, he's not bad. He's just the one that interests me the least. He's got a similar thing to Shy Guy where his arms hang loose, and I really love that. And his face is really well done with like spirally eyes and like the Koopa nose and everything. And I like the terrain too with like the round clouds. Just the roundness there is very pretty. He's got the propeller on the top of his head, which is very fun. They captured the shape of his robes pretty well, too. And then, of course, he has a barcode on his back, which if you stomp on it, you get a single coin. So yeah, I guess one of the plainer characters in the series, but again, I don't think he's bad at all. Still a very well done one, and it's a character we haven't gotten before, which is nice to see. There's a look at him up a little bit closer with the base removed, and there's a look at the base itself. It's pretty well done, but it is a very simple build. And so, what are my overall thoughts on this character pack series? I think this is really good overall, by far the best character pack series we've gotten. Because it doesn't feel like there's any filler characters. Like, the filler characters are still really interesting. Because in previous series we've gotten things like Goombas, which are like, okay, those come in every set, we don't need them in the character packs too. But every single one of these characters is unique, and even the ones that are recolors that I think people wanted. So I'm actually very satisfied with the actual contents here. Now, the decision to switch to boxes instead of bags obviously is a disappointment because you cannot guarantee what characters you're getting. If you find a fresh box of Mario characters, you might be able to figure it out. If you go check out my unboxing, I have like the full layout of where the characters are located in the box. So go check that out if you're interested in that. But yeah, I'm definitely against the idea of moving from bags to boxes. So would I recommend this series? I mean, if you're okay with not knowing what you're getting, then yeah, for sure. These are all really good. I appreciate that with the switch from bags to boxes, at least there's not any bad characters in the series anymore. Like, every single character here is very solid. But if you're against that randomness, yeah, then I don't think it's worth picking up, unless you can guarantee for sure you know what you're getting. The price increase, though, I will say 100% is justified. I've been very critical of LEGO's price increases this year, but this is one of the few that I'll say, like, okay, this one makes sense. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of the series in the comments below, and let me know which character is your favorite and your least favorite. My favorite for sure is Baby Yoshi, but I also really like Red Yoshi and Waddlewing. He's very fun too. And then in terms of least favorite, I'd have to say Magikoopa and probably Blue Shy Guy. Blue Shy Guy is a fun recolor, but he's probably the least interesting recolor in the series. And then Magikoopa, I don't know, is just not as interesting as some other characters. But my least favorites I still really like. Like, even if LEGO didn't send these to me, I would want to still get all of the characters in this series, so it's a very solid one. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do LEGO videos just like this one almost every day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!